Ramadan Kareem to all. Ramadan Kareem to all. Today we are planning some communication in between customer and us. Whatever the knowledge we have, we are going to share what we have. Okay, and especially in this time, the corona, everybody is affected. In this time, we need to take care of more carefully about what we are doing. Normally, see, everybody know that one regarding the corona affected in this time. So what we need to do? We need to have a protection, okay, not to come, or how we can protect ourselves. Okay, so what you need to do, you need to protect yourself to avoid, how to avoid corona. Okay, first of all, what you need to do, you need to sleep properly. Okay, you need to sleep properly, at least 8 to 9 hours you should sleep on daily basis. Okay, this is the very good time, lockdown time, everybody in home, so you can get a good time to sleep. Okay, so minimum you need to sleep 8 to 9 hours. Second thing, drink enough water, warm water. Drink enough water, at least every 30 minutes, at least 2 sips of the water, at least you need to drink. Minimum 3 liters per day, you should drink the water. Because when you're drinking the water, whatever the virus, if there is any virus inside, it will go to the digestive system and it will kill. Okay, because if it is the virus, if it is goes in our stomach, it will, due to our digestive system, it will get killed. So we are safe. And third thing, you should have a balanced food. Balanced food means at least 65% of carbohydrate and 15% of protein and 20% of fat content food, anything. Okay, so that is your balanced diet, balanced food. You should have that one. And also you should have more vegetables. Okay, more vegetables and lemon, because you need vitamin C and vitamin A. Okay, so you need to protect yourself not to get the virus in your body. Okay, after that one, you need to wash your hand. Always you wash your hand and sanitize your hand every time. I saw recently I went to supermarket, I saw that when people are wearing gloves and they are putting sanitizer on top of the gloves. It's totally wrong. You should not do like that way. Okay, when you are wearing the gloves, okay, you should not use the sanitizer on top of that one, because it's alcoholic content. Okay, it's the alcoholic content. So that's why you should make sure that one, when you are wearing the gloves, don't use the sanitizer. Okay, when you're, everybody nowadays, everybody using sanitizer. So how you are using the sanitizer? Sanitizer is very poisonous if it is go inside your body. It's very dangerous and poisonous. So make sure that one, you should make a precaution when you are doing sanitizer. Okay, always keep away from the kids. Don't allow the kids to handle the sanitizer. Okay, always you should have a protection to avoid kids using this one, misusing the sanitizer. So make sure that one, keep away from the kid and should not allow them to have the sanitizer in anyhow. Okay, again one more thing, when you are using sanitizer, before handling the fire or before cooking, don't use the sanitizer. Maybe if the sanitizer is not dry properly, it will get the fire because of the alcohol. And again one more thing, when you are for example using the sanitizer for the kids, give a minimum quantity and monitor minimum quantity and monitor always how they are using the sanitizer. Depend upon your supervision only to allow the kids to use the sanitizer. Clear? So that is very important when you are using sanitizer. Next I am coming back to hand washing. whenever you are going to supermarket or wherever is there, you should wash your hand. Why you need to wash your hands? Okay, I'll tell you. Because whenever we don't know where we are going and where we are touching anything, maybe there is bacteria, there is virus on there. So when you touch the surface, your hand will be affected with the virus, but you cannot see. In that time, if you didn't wash your hand, okay, the virus will stay in your hand. Automatically what happened? Wherever you touch, it will spread. And one more thing for this one. If you didn't wash your hand properly, for example, you scratch your eyes, your ear, touch your face. So then it's become a problem. The virus, it will transfer to your face. And especially avoid touching eye, ear and nose. Because these are the areas it's open to the air. Okay, ear, it will affect the system. Nose, it will affect the lung system. Okay, eyes, through eyes the virus will go inside. So make sure that when you are protect yourself. Wash your hands always wear the mask also. Why we are wearing mask? And also we need to follow the social distancing. Why we need to social distancing and mask is related? Because while we are talking, there is saliva will spread, it will sprinkle, okay, right? It's come automatically, maybe it's not visible, maybe it's visible, but what happened, it will be in the air. If you didn't keep the safe distance, if the bacteria or virus, it's in the air and it will come to you, you will also get affected. So better you need to avoid this time. So that's why we are telling that one, always keep the social distancing 1 meter. Minimum 1 meter you need to keep a distance. Okay? Even and same time you need to wear the mask and keep the social distance. Another one more thing. Now everybody is sitting in home. Okay? So now the problem, your kids is also there. Kids never stay in a house always closed, no? They want to go outside and they play. And in this time they will get more irritated, they will get angry, okay, and they will get they will disappointed and they will make you trouble, okay. In that time you need to give them support. Instead of shouting to them, instead of making them angry or disappointed, you need to give the support to the kids, because this is the time you need to show your passion and relationship, everything to the kids and your family. In that time, what you can do, you can create, how you can convince the family. In this time, you can make a very nice food to them, right? Homemade food, a variety of food, okay? So you can make some homemade very nice food for them. So they will get happy, and they will, when their stomach full with the good food, they will be happy. Okay, same like that one, we are giving you some tip and some dishes today, how you can make some nice food in your home in very easy method. Okay, let's go to the class today, and we are going to make some ebikatsu, means breaded prawns. Okay, breaded prawns, that means it's a seasoned prawns with breading and deep fry. You can do it in your home. Instead of prawns, you can use fish. You can use anything. Okay, even beef escalope, you can use it. Anything whatever you want to do, you can do it. So same breading. So the basic breading we're going to show it. So the basic breading you can use it for even for banana, even for apple. Okay, so you can do the same thing. The breading. After the breading, you need to fry it and you can use it. That one, ebikatsu, and with the very nice. If you want spicy sauce, tomato ketchup, sweet chili sauce, whatever the sauce you and your family prefer, you can do that. Okay, and we are making some noodles, yakisoba. Okay, some yakisoba with chicken and prawns and some vegetables. See, our food always having 65% of carbohydrate. 65% of carbohydrate and 15% of protein and vegetables and proteins and everything. And 20% of fat. That means chicken and prawns. Okay, so we are adding like that. So it's a balanced diet. Whatever the food you can have it from Vagamama, it's same balanced diet we are following all for the main courses. Okay, so you can have a good food and you can make a good health. Okay, to avoid all coronavirus or anything, you will be more safe and you will be more balanced one. Okay, we'll go to the section. I'll hand over to Mr. Chef Leo. So Chef Leo will tell you how to make ebikatsu, breaded prawns, and it's a magical touch of prawns and how it's made. A very simple one, but it's amazing, easy. If you can make it in your home, even chicken breast, you just make it thin slice and bread it and fry it, and instead of burger patty, you can fill it in your burger. You ask whatever the filling you want to put it. Kalas, you can make a burger on your house. Your kids will be happy. You can use the same chicken as a small piece of chicken, cut it into small piece of chicken. You can use it as a chicken nugget. Okay, you can use it as a chicken nugget. That is also very nice. So you will be giving with the small technique, you can make 100 of dishes in your home, and you can make everybody in your home very happy, enjoyable. Okay, please, I'm handing over to Chef Leo. Chef Leo, please. Can we move it to this one? So I'm moving to Chef Leo. So he's in another section. Why? Because seafood we are preparing in different section. Okay? Because we don't want to do the contamination.
Hi, good evening. My name is Chef Leo. So today I'm gonna show you how to prepare the simple way to make the ebikatsu. Ebikatsu means in Japan it's a fried katsu. It's a fried balls. First of all, before you start to prepare ebikatsu, so you need materials like shrimp with tail. So you saw this shrimp. There is some what to put. There is a shrimp tail. So this one is very sharp. So you need to remove this one before you bread it. So this is the shrimp. So I will show you how to cut the shrimps. Can I like this one here? Keep it there already. Yeah, this is what we call butterfly. This is a butterfly. Now I made a butterfly. So after that, you need to add some salt and pepper. You need to squeeze some lime. And for the breading, you need three materials for the breading. You need liquid egg, flour, and panko breadcrumbs. So I'll show you how to start breading. This is the first one, first step. Put in the flour. Second egg. Then panko. That's all.
Okay, you can use egg wash, or in the same time, if you don't like egg, you can use the flour batter. You can use the flour, all-purpose flour. You can mix it with water, and you can use that one also if you don't like it. So you can use that one. So when you marinate it, you don't need to keep it for a long time. Just keep it for 2 minutes maximum. So seafood, you don't need to marinate more than that. It's very easy. So just keep the flour, and even if you don't have Vango breadcrumbs, you can make your own breadcrumbs in your home. Take the white bread loaf, okay? Just put it in the food processor, and you can use it as it is. No need to freeze also. Okay, just remove the rind also, rind before you blend it. That's all. Okay, so your breaded prawns is ready. Okay, so breaded prawns is ready. After that, we need to fry it. Okay. Even prawns, fish, chicken, anything. Even if you like some vegetable, you can do it. Vegetable like eggplant, marrow, all this one, slice, and you can bread it and you can fry it.
So this is the eggplant. So I'm going to fry now for 185 degrees. This is called deep fry. Just fry it for 2 to 3 minutes. It's done. Yeah. So this is almost done. It's almost 3 minutes now. So I'm gonna remove from oil. So after that, I'm going to put in the bowl. You should keep the or any napkin here to absorb the oil. So it's more safer if you put the tissue here, so it will absorb all the oil. Have a look what I'm doing. So this is the final one. This is the ebi katsu. So how it look? It's very beautiful. It's a golden brown and it's very looks delicious. So now I'm going to put in the plates with the garnish. So for the garnish, you need the chili and lime. Okay. So you need to cut the chili. As lime. Remove the eggs. Okay. Some coriander. Put some chili on the top for the design. It's look beautiful. Put some cilantro or coriander leaves. Then you need a spicy sauce. If you don't have a spicy sauce, you can put if you want ketchup, you can use the ketchup. So this is the platings. This is my ebi katsu. It looks beautiful, it looks delicious, it looks crispy, it's a golden brown. So you can try in your home if you can. So this one you can serve to your kids, to your family. If you don't want spicy, you can use the ketchup also. It's very easy to prepare this one. I'm gonna show you, I just show you today the simple way to prepare the ebi katsu. Just put in the flour, you need to bring the pasteurized egg or this liquid egg, what we call liquid egg, and panko breadcrumbs. This is very important for you, the breading. Thank you very much. Good evening. So again, we can start now for preparing the yakisoba, chicken and prawn. So first of all, I'm gonna show you what is the ingredients for yakisoba. So I need to show you, this is the vegetable I need for yakisoba. This is a scallion or spring onion. So this you need red pepper, green pepper, and white onion, and some shrimps and chicken. So now I will show you how to cut the onions. Okay, just put in the plates, bell pepper, slice it, keep it aside, green pepper, keep it aside. Then you need white onion. Okay. When you prepare the vegetable, you should cut at the same size in same way. Okay, now you need a portion bag. If you have a portioning bag, so So you put everything in the portioning bag. You have a pre-cooked noodle. This is a soba noodles. This is the noodle one we are going to use from yakisoba. You put it together. Of course, you need shrimps. You need chicken. Everything inside. So you don't need to cook one by one. So you need to put it together in the plastic bag or the portioning bag. Then you need to add some eggs. You need to add liquid egg at least 45 ml. Just shake it up. Shake it together inside the portion bag. So egg is last cooked everywhere. Okay. Now we can start for grilling. So first of all, you need to add oil in your grill. Okay. This is the grill. Just spread it to the grill. So every 2 minutes you can turn it. So if you have a bean sprout, you can add some bean sprouts. After 2 minutes, so if you don't have a griller in your home, so you can use a pan. So you can toast it with a pan in your kitchen. So this one maybe you don't have in your kitchen, so you can use another way to cook this one, like a pan, so you can toast it. It's this way. Okay. Now for the sauce, I'm going to use Vigilant soy sauce. So this one you can find everywhere. You can go in the market, you can buy this, like what we call here is food. So even regular soy sauce you can use it. So I'm going to put at least 15 ml of soy sauce. Then mix. This is done. Split in the plate. So I prepare almost 4 minutes only. Now of course you need a garnish. This is a ginger pickle. Okay. Fried shallot. Here. And sesame seeds. So this is your yakisoba. So I prepare almost 4 minutes only. So it's done. So you can do it in your house. So you can prepare in your kitchen. You can prepare for your family. It looks delicious.